Oh, hi there. It's Wednesday. It's a day coming back, a day after missing a stream. Tuesdays are my regular over the board Silicon Valley Shogi Club matches, so I don't typically stream. That was an exception last week. Sort of an exception this week in another way, in that I wasn't feeling. Actually, I'm still not feeling all that great. So I didn't go last night, and I didn't stream. I just sort of vegged out a little bit, started some of Master of Go, and went to bed around 8 o'clock. So feeling a little better, but still kind of rough. But I'm definitely I've been looking forward to playing again. Getting back on 81 Dojo, continuing this training for the tournament, which is coming up. It's less than a month now. It's 3 weeks, possibly. I don't know if 28th is the last day of the month this month, but coming up in less than 3 weeks. Almost we're almost 2 weeks away. So yeah. I guess it's probably like 2.5 weeks. It'll be a weekend tournament, and that will be very exciting. So I've been training for that online here at 81 Dojo and on Lee Shogi, with the 15:30, 15-minute base time, 30-second Byoyomi, with the idea that that's probably the closest approximation that you can get to what will be the time control, which is 15:40, in the actual tournament. So that will be interesting to see. It will definitely be interesting to see. Just checking the stream, my machine was not updating over there, and yeah, that's the plan. Last Wednesday we did the same thing. Ended up with, I think it was 5 games, and they were all great games. And I think that was Wednesday. Yeah, it was all great games, including some games against viewers. And I don't think I won any of those. Looking back, it was funny because looking back, I don't think I won any of those games on that Wednesday. And with the it's so tough to evaluate the end. Hey, Poison, how are you? You good to see you. Feels like it's been a few days. Yeah, good morning to you. Good evening here. You could see it's starting to get dark outside. I attempted to. We've got another light source here. I'm trying to cut out some of the shadows, but failing. So I guess I'll have to get some sort of like desk or table lamp or something. Hopefully that does something. I'm doing well. I'm not. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not feeling all that great. But I am eager to play some shogi. And in fact, this afternoon, I've already played a game off stream. I was just so itching to play, and I saw, I'm almost always on, and I was sort of peeking the offers that were available on 81 Dojo, and one came up that seemed like a player that as meekly as I can say, it looked like a player that I could possibly beat. Where they haven't played thousands of games, so there's not that initial mental damage that hits me of thinking, oh, is this a sandbagger? Is this legit? Is this something else? And it wasn't a static. 81 Dojo makes it so clear. The kind of the general kind of player you're playing. It wasn't a static work player, so I haven't reviewed my bogey anti-bogeying stuff in a couple days, and so I played and managed to play pretty well. It played pretty well. But I guess what I was saying is that, it's so hard with the engine afterwards to figure out, like, did I play well? Did I not? Because it's almost to the point where I've stopped looking at evaluation, like the overall evaluation, because it's so dependent on the type of game, and it's so dependent on the type of opponent. Where, like, you could play a game, both players could play a game that, like, is nothing special, where one player is like, 100 cent upon loss, the other player is like 200 cent upon loss, and it's just sort of like a gradual win. No one makes huge blunders, but no one makes huge blunders according to the computer, but like it's just generally peaceful, for lack of a better word, a peaceful game where the opponent doesn't try to complicate things. The person who's down doesn't try to complicate things. And so it looks like, both players played really well. But then on the other hand, you have some of the games like that I play over the board on Sundays where the other players making, as far as I'm concerned, like making me sweat, and I'm thinking and like I'm thinking harder than I ever have to think. And lo and behold, the engine's like, oh, you averaged 400 cent upon loss, or your opponent averaged 400 cent upon loss. You averaged 600 cent upon loss. And it's like, I came out of that game thinking that was one of my best games. And so, it's so tough. Making sense, I think even more so than in chess, making sense of an engine in shogi maybe there's just more of an art to it, and that I don't have that skill, because it's really tough. It's really tough. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start jumping into a game here. I want to start playing. Let's see what we have. Let me transition to my 81 dojo scene and get in here. There's a guest, 1530. We're going to join him. Let's challenge. 1530 again is what I'm looking for. Let me greet. I'm Gote. And there we go. Okay. So let's see. All right. I'll play Central Rook. Oh, interesting. Make my castle. Okay. Now, how do I want to deal with this? I'll bring. No, I can't bring that up. So, I don't like, to be honest, I do not love this line. I don't love this. So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring this gold up. Get this. If he trades off, then he trades off. And so he's bringing the silver, or bringing the gold up. I'm going to continue to castle, and I'm possibly going to make Anaguma. Okay. That was my key. That was my key. Okay. So are the quick attacks coming? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. So I need to watch out for that. I definitely need to watch out for that. I am. This is weird. This might be, out of order, because I think there may have been a drop here. This on, what am I? I'm Gote on 4-1. If they would have dropped the bishop, what would I have done? Like, what would I have done? Come over here to 6-2 with my rook to defend this pawn? I don't love that. But I don't love the alternative, I think. So I'm gonna do this. So I'll make it, in a strange order here. Really strange order, I guess, because now there's no. Oh, and now there's the bishop drop. Boy, when there's a bishop drop in play, I am lousy. I am really lousy. So I'm going to push 4-4. Push the pawn to 4-4 so I can get my silver up here, defend the head. Well, I don't need to defend the head of the gold. That's interesting. Well, I'm still going to come up. Okay, so now I need to. Well, that's prevent that fork. Boy, this is just a mess of an opening here. and I had so much. I mean, so much time. There's no reason really to be blitzing these moves out. I just, the bishop the bishop exchange is keeps me on my toes. Let's see, pawn. I'm not going to take. If he takes, I come up. Do I have drops? Do I have a drop now? Is there value in moving my rook over? Let's get this down. So in case we trade the silvers, this is defended. I'm not setting up that fork. All right. So this castle's weird. What if I bring the rook over to the fourth file? The swinging the rook out of central sort of helped. Was nice to me this in this afternoon's game. But completely different situation. In that case, it was defending a pawn. I almost had to defend a pawn. All right. So do I take the silver back? Ooh, excuse me. Do I take the silver back to 4-2 and then bring it up to 4-3? That feels awfully slow, but I don't know what else to do. Do I take... Okay, so let's see. Where would the... Oh, this is no longer defended. This is... Oof. Oof, boy. Okay, so... All right, yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So that attack is coming. How can I get my attack going? I don't have a pawn. I don't have a pawn. So if I push my pawn, they take. I don't know what to do, so I'm going to push my edge. Okay, and so they're making their edge attack, which seems probably smart. What if I come up here? Just give myself the time to spear the sparrow. Yeah, let's try it. I don't have better ideas. I don't have any ideas right now. I guess I could have pushed this pawn. Okay. That's tough. That is tough. That is tough. Do I dare come up to 4-3 with the rook to defend the silver? If I do that, then if I do that, let's get my arrows up. This comes in. Then I'm not. Maybe that's holding. Maybe that's holding. Boy, don't love it. Don't love it. How do I not have a drop? Well, let's try it. Let's try it. I don't know. This weird castle is sort of telling me otherwise, but I'm feeling like this opponent's pretty darn solid. It's so hard. Oh, okay, there we go. So hard to tell. get this up. Let's get this up. Is there a fear there? I don't think so. Oh, there is. There is. There is. There is. There is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That I neglected the knight which I had just talked about before. So I guess, there's a... Oh, look at that. Let's do this. Cool spot. Oh. What? Oh my goodness. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, that's... I don't know if that's that's like a normal tactic, but that is a good one. Let's see. We I like that. Okay. Wait, why did I do that? Wait, why did I do that? Um, wait, why did I do that? I had thought they would drop the silver here instead of using the instead of just promoting the Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Whoa. There is there's quite a difference. Hey Ashla, great to see you. There is a big difference playing off stream versus playing on stream. Let me tell you. That is fascinating. I'm gonna have to give this trade, boy. Now, do I want this? This feels so wasteful. Yet, I am sort of, taking, sort of forking two things. Silver drop here, gold drop here. Oh gosh, okay. Hmm. I got absolutely mauled this game. Just destroyed. Okay, so let's play for some Okay, that to me that feels a little slow. To me that feels a little slow. Um, they've got pawns. They've got pawns. Hmm. Where can I? Where can I? Where can I drop? I have no pawns. I guess here. I guess here. And that's actually not even a threat. I think the king can just sidestep that. There's no. You can drop a pawn here. Um, this is a massacre. Wow. Well, let's do it. Hmm. Yep, as expected. Now, let's slowly get this back in. This is. Oh, hey, Gabrielle, great to see you. I am getting absolutely mauled in this game. From early on, it was I was sort of off base after the bishop exchange. So let's see. Let's see. Is there any way to get some? Is there any way to get some pressure on this? Then he drops a lance. I like if I put a silver up here, he drops a lance. I don't know what to do. I I don't quite know what to do. I'm at a loss. Yeah, yeah. This is definitely going to be over soon. Oof. There's no way to defend this. Well, If I take drop the silver, take gold, and then silver drop again, and then well, let's do it. I don't want to to take too much time on a completely blown game. Boy, I got smacked out of the beginning. This will be this is one of those where like the good games to review where the question is like I don't know. I don't know why I lost that game. Here I am. Obviously I haven't lost it yet. About to, but I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, I'm not going to have a silver in hand. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, I once I got down, I threw away one of those golds, but actually the pawn and the gold, with a silly attempt. But I think I was already pretty far down at that point. Okay, interesting. I will make him do that. And then I guess that is pretty stylish. And there is no way to prevent that. Yeah, there's no way to prevent that. Good game. Good game. Very good game. Let's get that Kifu out. Let's copy that Kifu and switch our transition over to Lee Shogi and put that in. Import game. Boy. I wonder if that what level that player was. Really, or did I just play so badly out of the opening? Okay, so let's start this off. So here we go. I am Gote. So let's take a look. He did Hishi, but I think he had Sume. What the bishop drop or maybe. Okay, so I went central rook and then he threw me off a bit with that, and then I think here I should not be opening that up. I don't think I should be opening this up yet. I'm going to open up the super secret lines and see if I've got anything against this. My super secret study here, my private study. My central rook lines, and Gote versus static rook. All right, so. No, it was this. Oh, wait, which one? Now I can't even remember the order. Okay, so he did push the pawn after. Oh, and I don't. So I have literally never played someone who's done this before to me. So I don't have a line for it. This will be like just going over the way I do these things is that I initially built up my lines with Satomi games. continually added to my lines as someone else played a variation from that, because most people don't play those pro lines, and there are very few of those pro lines if her games are any indication. So there's very little variability in those the pro games. So when an opponent varies from the move I have, I take it in, and I run the engine. I add at high depth and try to pick out a line. One of the best lines that seems to be like reasonable for Central Rook, because like for all I know, the best move here, like this is not uncommon, where the engine will just say go back. Like that this is the number one move. So I'll have to play. I'll have to pick between the moves. Oh, hi, Sidrexia. Yeah, I thought I saw the name, and then hi, how are you? And that's basically how it works out. And then once I get past this, I'll play around with a couple variations of what I think the opponent might do. And then save that, and then the next time hopefully I'll have played to my line, and when I review I'll say, oh, okay, now the opponent did something else, and I'll think about it, put it in the engine, and run it for so there's time to think while the engine is doing its thing for like 10 minutes. I'm able to think about what I would do, and so it's sort of like this. It's sort of like this opening building / review / training idea. It's you say you're lazy with opening study. I wouldn't say I'm like I think I'm generally the same, but I do sort of like it. And the thing is, like in a lot of these openings, I'm just trying to get ideas. Like really, Contenti, hey, long time no see. Had mentioned you a couple days ago, or maybe earlier in the week, saying one of the only people who has stream sniped me on Shogi Wars was you. That was a while back. Hey, yeah. Oh, and thank you. Have a nice. It's evening, so thank you for that. And you say Shogi Dad. I will bring up my shirt here. This just arrived. This is, let's see, does this show up? This is the first like version. How does this go? First version of the shirt. Is this coming up? I can't tell. Which side is this going? There it is. Yeah. So it's a shirt here with the name and Shogi Dad. And it's a navy blue shirt, if that's not coming through. Navy blue with a tan color. My daughter made the design over the weekend, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I am really pleased with how it turned out. It's got our an artistic rendering of our cat, where she's got the gray face and the white middle, but this just has the line to show the difference. And really, really, really happy with it. And thank you, Contenti. Thank you. Yeah. So fun time. I didn't get my mentor. So now that we're officially on the first tangent of the night, this came in the mail. This came from basically Amazon, Amazon shipping. So that arrived, and my Menjo certificate still has not arrived. And in the meantime, today, I ranked up on 81 Dojo to 2Q. So my Menjo certificate, which I ordered over a month ago for 3Q from Shogi Wars, that hasn't arrived. And now I'm in this predicament where I ranked up, by the grace of God and some opponents who didn't put up too much of a fight. I was able to rank up. I was trying to parlay it. So I was trying to parlay it into like just a fluke luck 1Q by challenging a couple 3-dans in zero. Like a couple 3-dan players had were offering games of 0-30, and like if I lose those games, I'm losing almost no points. They're almost like free roll. I'd be losing almost nothing. and I'd be gaining the world, if I win one of those. So, I challenged these players, and neither of them even acknowledged the challenge, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the appropriate response. It's like, get out of here, get out of here, Q, get out of here. And so wasn't able to parlay it into something else, but did rank up. So no Menjo certificate, but I have the T-shirt. Maybe the T-shirt's more important to me than the Menjo certificate. But like, I'm wondering where that is. So if I don't get the Menjo certificate by Monday, I'm going to email them, because they sent the email confirming the order and saying that it's a 3 to 4 week ship. Yada da da da. And so I'll wait till Monday, where I think that'll mark around the 5 week mark or so, just to see, like, did they actually ship this thing? Did they actually ship this piece of paper? So we'll see. But anyway, back to this game. I opened the bishop. This is sort of my knee jerk. I'm guessing this is probably what I want to do. Did this. I castled, which I think is probably what I'd normally do. I castle, open this, maybe here. Maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I don't want to do this. I don't have a lot of choice. Maybe I take with silver. I drop the bishop and just go about with my business. Maybe that's maybe that's not ambitious, but maybe that's what I should be doing. I'm going to turn on this weekend, not weak, but I'm going to turn on this, it's not the same as running it natively, locally. I'm going to see what this is suggesting here as a, not that this is anything, but okay. It's my move. It's okay. It liked that, and then they move that. Okay, so they're still all right with. Oh no. Okay, so the pawn. Close off the diagonal. Okay. That should have been, now that I see it in the game and afterwards, that should have been my choice, because I've started actually doing that more and more. I've started pushing this, just closing the diagonal, because I know how I struggle. I know how I struggle when the bishops are exchanged, and my opponents on Sunday, my opponent on Sunday closes that diagonal quite a bit, and he's a better player than I am. So maybe I should just do that. Maybe I should do that. Once I can't make this central rook kind of push up here, maybe I just close it off, move my silver up. Yeah. So let's play it through. Let's play it through. Get this. Open here, and it's okay. So it's castling and moving my silver up. Okay, the silver. Let's say I move my silver, and he does this. Okay, and this again. I'd like to have my silver here rather than here. Okay, that's all I'm going to look at right now. That's all I'm going to look at right now while this is running in the background. Move on to the next game, but. Yeah, I put myself into an uncomfortable position almost immediately in that one, and I never quite recovered. I mean, I tried to get counterplay, but didn't see much. My vision tonight already I can see is a little weird. So maybe I'm still in the glow of the earlier game, but I've got to let me get out of that. All right, so back to 81 dojo scene, and there's no 1530s waiting, so I will wait for one. I'll wait for one here. 1530 non-rated 1530. Get in there. and we'll see what happens. You can play Sacha if you want, but time control is low. Yeah, okay. And they've challenged. Let me greet. I have never played this person. I may have seen them play on a WSL match. Oh, interesting. All right. All right. All right. So let's go into my. It's sort of silly for me to play static here because I know that over since this is tournament training, I know I'm going to go to my old faithful, which is what I feel most comfortable in right now, which is opposing. Oh boy. Okay, so this is aggressive. This is aggressive. So now I'm debating. Now I'm debating because okay, well I was going to say should I make Millennium Castle, but I kind of preclude myself from doing that with my Satomi inspired opposing versus third file opening. So maybe that's not, and I can't really go left. I could. I definitely could. I definitely could go left with the king. I just don't know. None of the people I play over the board do this so quickly. I want to say Night Sparrow did, but I'm not sure. Fascinating. All right. Well, I'm going to just ignore that knight for now. Get myself over. Okay. This player has seen these. This player has seen opposing rook before. Be interesting if the opponent swings it over here. I don't know if the 8-6 rook 8-6 to turn it into second file. Let's see. All right, I'll just drop it. Just drop it. Gonna make my Mino. Gonna come up. Gonna make my high Mino. So now I typically here continue this push. I continue the attack up the side, even if he's in King Muso, and just kind of keep doing it essentially. I don't know if it's the way to go. It doesn't typically take it's a lot of moves to get these pawns up here. So what I'll normally see now, I think in situations like this is bishop over to 9-7. But I'm pretty rarely in in my games, I'm pretty rarely in high Mino. Okay, okay, all right. Now, danger, danger, danger. If I push this pawn, they push the pawn. I take the silver. They take the bishop. I can also come up here. This is a move I hate to make. I hate to make this silver 6-2 move. It's a move I just hate to make, but is there if this comes up, so let's see that again. Pawn 4-5, take. So pawn, there's a pawn on 4-4, there's a pawn on 5-6. Take. One of the knights comes up. Get the pawn, or get the knight out. That's too. I don't want to play speculative kind of crazy shogi tonight. Like that feels to me like something I'd do on Shogi Wars. But it isn't really what I want to do right now. But by the same token, I hate these moves. So let's say, I move back, push, I go up here to maybe not instigate, to induce the 3-6 pawn move, and then I move back. All right, well, let's do that. I'll get another general here to defend against this coming onslaught with the knight. Boy. I'll take. If he takes with either of these, I'm going to push this pawn. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Woof. Saw that instantly. I mean, I guess anyone would see it. Maybe not that fast. Boy, this player is good. seemingly knowing exactly what to do in this matchup, if you will. Boy, boy. Not over yet. Not over yet. I guess take this pawn. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they don't want to give me a pawn here. Oh. Interesting. Hmm. I probably stupid, but I probably don't mind that. I don't mind it having open lanes that I can drop pawns in, in front of the king. Maybe that's not a good way to think about it. Hmm. Okay. Now, what can I do? What can I do? Is there anything I can do here? It's just sort of constant pressure. Come up here. So I come up here. Boy, this feels like a chess player. This feels like the way a chess player would play, where they're making subtle moves to take pawns, just to take a bunch of pawns. What are my ideas? What are my ideas? What are some ideas? How can I get some counterplay here? This knight is precarious. The knight is precarious. These are not that I have a knight, but if I ever get a knight, then they become targets. This is obviously also a knight drop target. This is the second game now. This is the second game in a row tonight where usually I'm not blown out of the end game. Unless it's like a static rook player kind of making a move and just me not defending. I'm just blown out of the or did I say end game? Blown out of the opening. A hanging piece counter. That's the old days. That's the Shogi Wars. Those are the Shogi Wars streams. 81 Dojo does not have those arrows. Those are my own arrows from something called Screen Brush, which I'm running on the side. So I hit, I hit Control Tab or whatever. It brings up that mode where I can draw stuff on the screen. Yeah. Well, you say he feels underrated to you right now. Let me tell you, he feels underrated to me right now. So hey, Night Sparrow, chirp chirp. Yeah, he's feeling awfully underrated to me. So I am thinking, I've got to get this piece out of here. I've got to get this out of danger. Um, not out of danger, but out of whatever. This is this you know, this square is defended by this square is defended by this gold, although but it's double. Gosh, oof. Tactically setting up everything. Boy. That's fine though. I kind of I'll take a silver. I'll take a knight. So let's do that. Let's do that. It's not over yet. No, it's not looking great for the home team. It's not looking great for Team USA here, against our friends north of the border. But it's not over. It's not over. It only takes a couple slow moves or a blunder. I'm thinking about this. Actually, I'm thinking about this as a drop here as well first. Oh, boy. That was. I'm gonna have to watch out for that over the board. Definitely gonna have to watch out for that one over the board. Where was this? Where was this? So to move it back here. How did the pressure? I didn't waste too much time in my opening. Yeah. Maybe that's what I should have done. I've sort of stopped doing that. I've stopped pushing the middle pawn when I go opposing. Maybe in some places I should. I don't know. Like, yeah, we maybe exchange here. They get the silver, and then maybe I drop again. Yeah, yeah. It always ends up becoming a target that the opponent goes for. But maybe as the middle game expands, maybe it's not as valuable in the center there. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Um, the Night Sparrow. Oh. Let me take this knife out of my back. Let me take this knife out of my back. I'm saying the silver on 6-4 is almost always my approach, but the early night jump uh, scared me. I don't see that often. Getting the silver trapped. Yeah, so this will this will be the same deal as that earlier game, where I'll go tomorrow morning or whenever it is, with my coffee. I'll bring up the game and start reviewing, see where Sasha diverted from the lines that I have, which is almost certainly going to be at that night jump, and then I'll start analyzing from there. Yeah, yeah. I was saying I expected Bishop 9-3 or 9-7. Oh boy. I'm saying thanks for the game. I wish I could have done resistance. I still have so much difficulty with slight variations of what I've seen before. All right. All right. That was good. I will evaluate that. Oops, I didn't copy the Kifu. I want to copy that Kifu in. Let's get that. And what's that? Say, I'll start to watch more Tobe, Makoto, until an I3 Bishop. Oh, Sasha is in your team. Is in your team. What does directly in your team mean? Oh, you mean like not just like Canada, like Canada brothers, like Canada, like actually on your team. And let me bring this in here. Okay, so that last game, I don't know if this is coming through on the stream here. So that last game against the guest, this guest played pretty darn well. Guest played pretty darn well. I played pretty darn well, at least according to the engine. So this is one of those. This is like one of those games where the engine the engine says that both players played pretty well. Like this is one of the first times I've lost that I can recall where I played under 200 centipon loss. So no blunders, only one mistake, some inaccuracy, what they call inaccuracies, but otherwise played pretty well. The opponent just played really well. And there was very the thing is, like, I realized, earlier on I was talking about how my opponents in those other games didn't give me much resistance when they were down. I feel like the same thing here. You know, it's the same graph. Like there's no blips in here. There's no real chances. I didn't murky up the waters, but I sure was trying. You know, I sure was saying that I was trying. I just didn't really see much. So this, this will be an interesting one to review. I don't know if these reviews I get all that much out of, because yeah, this is a mistake or what they call an inaccuracy, but I'm guessing that they're going to be like kind of subtle for me. Let's see. You thought I had a free rook if they played bishop 3-8. So let's get this game. Let's load this game in. And request the analysis, go down and flip it over. Free rook. If I played bishop 3-8, so well, I wonder where that makes. Where I want is this what you're talking about here, Contenti? Okay, let me in the meantime, I'm also going to copy this. Get that WSL up there. Tend to miss obvious moves, so it might be makes the need. So the 3-8. I mean, 3-8 is where the king is. A promoted bishop. If they play promoted bishop 3-8, maybe like 3-2. Oh, so just my thinking. Remember my thinking in that game. So before that Nipu, the game was not over. The game was not over. Clearly winning, clearly stifling me, but obviously that game is not over. I've certainly won games, one being down this amount, and I've lost more than my fair share. Admittedly on Shogi Wars most of the time, but lost more than my fair share with only this much of an advantage. So that's good. So 3-2. So you're saying if they went to 3-2, let's find where that is. Like here. I think what I would have done would have been this. I think I would have had to do this, right? Let's just turn this on. Yeah. So it's basically an only move. So the engine doesn't even like taking that rook. That brings it back basically to even. I've got that threat. But I think, for me, a caveman, I think I'd be happy with that. I would want that rook. Like that rook is going to be dancing all over, in this open field, prancing around with the horses. But yeah, maybe this is just too much counterplay. So this game is still evaluating. We'll see where this is, but like this could be 2 games in a row that I lose with under 200 cent upon loss, which is like I said, I think that first one was maybe the first first game I've ever lost with under 200 cent upon loss, not quite fair because it's basically still in the opening. It's still in the opening, and we before the illegal move. But but still interesting to me. Still interesting to me. A hanging rook prancing around can be an easy target to win many times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. And greetings, Todowski. It's that's the thing is, and I think I think especially a player like Sasha would be doing that. I know that I think I might have talked about this before, but the player I play on Sundays over the board has done that to me at least on 2 occasions where I've got this rook. And I've got let's say I've got two. The context before was talking about having two rooks versus 2 bishops, and I had a rook down here, and the bishop drop just constantly badgered me until finally, like after a few moves, if I remember correctly, just badgering till I make a slight slip. Just trying to protect, trying to maintain that rook until, okay, now the bishop wins a piece or wins a pawn, or I don't remember the exact situation. I just remember having 2 rooks and being absolutely bullied by this one bishop that my opponent had dropped. And it's just it made an impact, not enough of an impact for me to not make that trade for the rook, mind you, because I still am I still am, if nothing else, a caveman. But yeah, so this is interesting so far. Yeah, so what was the blunder? The pawn push was the blunder. It wasn't all this other stuff. That we were sort of reviewing and I was sort of thinking was, my main problem. Yeah. Oh, the knight, oh, yes. Yeah, because the knight is hanging. Oh, yeah, obviously. So we're there. What do I do? How do I I mean, I guess I have to do this because this is not going to be any good. But then I lose the attack up that file, which might not be the greatest attack anyway. Let me just validate. Oh wait, this will show. Okay, yeah, just validating that is it. Get this. Come up there. Yeah. Okay. That's so that was interesting. So it was interesting. This is interesting on two notes. That like just give up that file and you defend the knight, and that my feeling that up here that I still was safe with that bishop. I was nervous, but my feeling was still that it was okay. Because I had two escape plans. So, all right. There's the proverb attack with rook, bishop, knight, and silver. And yeah, well, and I lost my ability to attack with the silver. So, when I'm doing my opposing rook shenanigans, I'll have my rook, I'll have my bishop, over here, I'll have my pawn, I'll have my knight. But in this case, my silver was pretty far back. 4-piece mating, it will always catch its prey. Yeah, it's single. Well. At least my feeling, at least especially based on how I've generally played this opening, is that it is a multi-piece attack. That I've got the pawn, rook, bishop, and then potentially bringing forward these pieces. And I will often have like a silver here waiting to. Gosh, my arrows. I'll often have a silver here, maybe behind a pawn, ready to come up. So like that's usually what I'm sort of working for when I do opposing. But in this case, the early knight froze me in my tracks. It totally froze me in my tracks, where it sort of it had me doubting my whole approach, because I like I've said before, third file is the line that I am most comfortable going against, And because I play every Sunday. The person I play every Sunday is third file. The people at the guy at SF, one of the three Dons at SF Shogi Club, plays third file against me. At least two of the people at Silicon Valley Shogi Club play third file against me. So I know it really well, but at least I feel more, I don't want to say know it really well. I feel comfortable in it. But that early night drop, no one does that to me. No one does that to me. And so this will be a great learning experience anyway. Yeah, that's the thing. Timing the night events could always be tricky since it's an easy target. Yes. Yeah. Well, I think, for both of us, that's the case. I think in this game, for both of us, that's the case. This one in particular, mine, it was to cover the head of the bishop. And, with the idea that if they're going to waste pawn moves pushing forward, then they're going to sort of open up their king a bit. At least that was my thinking. Like, I was almost wanting to induce the pawn moves. I guess it's probably not good. It's probably not good. But that's what I was thinking anyway. Yeah, so here, yeah, so there's this. Engine didn't like it. Engine didn't hate it. Maybe with a little more depth, it'd be just fine. Just the same. But came up, and now, yeah. So now I've got this way to get out, and my thinking was, once I move this pawn, I'll also have this way to get out if in case they move the gold up here or move the silver back here. Although, yeah, I don't think they would do that. So I sort of got one step ahead of myself by moving this without realizing, of course, I've got my knight hanging here. Yeah, very tricky, very tricky. When my opponents rush their knights against me, it's never tricky for them. They always end up with an attack. When I push my knight up there, I'm in this state where I'm just juggling. I'm just in a playing defense for the next 10 moves, just trying to keep pieces off of this knight. It's one of those subtle aspects of the game that I'm still not very good at. When it works, I feel like I'm a semi genius. When it doesn't work, I feel like a bit of a buffoon. But yeah, good game to Sasha. I wish I could have gotten into more into the middle game there. I'm really impressed with the speed and sort of the ferocity of Sasha's moves. Fun game. Yeah, except for that move, I'm pleased. I'm pleased enough. Let's take a look at that WSL squad here. So Sasha, Mistia, and Sprinter 75 doesn't ring a bell to me. Or what? Oh, it's not Sprinter. That's an L. Okay, that's an L, and there's no R. Very small text. Splinter 75, and you all won that first. I saw this match today. I was so unlike you, Night Sparrow. Cheering against me and stabbing me in the back. I was cheering for you. In that game. This other player seemed underrated to me. Seemed awfully underrated. Seemed to be playing pretty fast. Some pretty sharp moves. I didn't review it, so I don't know if there was. If they were actually good moves, but they looked good to me, and I know how good you are, so that was an impressive win for them. But cool that Sasha and Splinter won the other games. Rob's max rating is 1539. Okay, that makes sense. So they're just. I'm not going to call anyone out as a sandbagger on stream, not by any means. But how does a Shodan drop down to 5Q? Just a run of bad luck, or how does that happen? That's like almost 500 rating points, right? get in here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, 300 some rating points. 300 some rating points. So yeah, before today's game, that's 350 rating point difference from the high. I guess that's possible. Yeah, especially as Q level players. Yeah, very possible, Todosky. Very possible. Whoa, 16 win streak. Man. Okay. Well, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There's some killers out there. Let's get back to 81 Dojo. Yeah. So that's where that is. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The ratings, as I've said before, yeah, and any rating system where you can pick and choose your opponents, is going to be subject to some not scrutiny and certainly not foul play. I'm not suggesting, just it's going to be subject to some occasional oddities. Because it's very easy to avoid, certain types of players. Just like I was talking about earlier today, I kind of was avoiding static rook. When I was playing, I was avoiding a static rook player because I hadn't reviewed my bogeying lines. Yeah. So anyway, that is what it is. I'm going to get another game in. And it's so weird. As I was saying in the lead-in about how the engine evaluates games and how I'll come out of some games thinking it was one of my best games ever, and the engine will be like, you made 400, you made 450 cent a pawn loss, and 7 blunders, and your opponent or you played 600 cent a pawn loss, and this is not rated, right? Yeah. You made 7 blunders and 4, and I'll have come out of that game thinking, wow, that was one of our best games ever. And then one of these slow games that where we just sort of play each other, no one makes any sort of real ruckus, and so one side sort of easily wins. They get evaluated as like a 100 versus 200 cent up pawn loss game, and it's like, I didn't like that game all that much. All right, so we are here. I'm going to receive watchers chat because I've never done this. I want to see what this does. I'll turn it off. I just wanted to see what that did. Oh, it's my move. Let's get over here. I am not going to do one bishop lost central rook. Maybe they will. No, they will not. Okay. Is this Night Sparrow? Is this Night Sparrow? Is this Night Sparrow? Oh, you think that? Oh, Todosky, interesting that you think that. Interesting. Very. That's great information for me, because I was thinking maybe the otherwise for chess, but like I don't know. I was speculating that that chess engines might be a little more useful. People use them so often. So what is this? What is this? What is the meaning of this? I'm gonna make Mino. I'm going to be a good boy and make my Mino. I'm not gonna go into Anaguma. Okay, so now I'm thinking. This is Tardovsky's the proverb that he meant. Okay. I guess he wants to get a pawn in hand. But I think that's just a dropped pawn. So how do I take it? Do I take it with the silver or with the bishop? And then just sort of aiming at nothing in particular. I'll take with a pawn and just proceed up the board. So he doesn't have a pawn. So that's the that's the trick, is that he doesn't have a pawn. So even if he makes that threat, so I think the way to take is with rook here. So take with rook, rook, bishop, and then I guess there's a drop here, and then I come up. I'm just going. I'm just going to take take this. I'm just going to take this. So liquidating the trying to set up the bishop fork. I get it. Do I just take it? Do I drop the pawn? Do I like boy, a little spoiled for choice. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is going to be a game. This is going to be this is sort of like a sharp game. This is going to be one of those where the engine is going to be like through. It's just going to be all over the place for both players. So what's the meaning of this one? What's the meaning of this one? Is there a drop somewhere? Is there a drop somewhere? Like the bishop drop here? I think that helps me. I think that helps me if it's the bishop drop, it helps. Okay. Oh, I don't have a bishop in hand. I don't have a bishop in hand. Um, so if the pawn takes, what do I take with? I think I'll just take with the silver. Take with the silver. So the threat, I guess, is this? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. Although a take, yeah, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, where's my pawn? Oh, 2 in 1 night. 2 in 1 night. I two in 1 night. I oh my gosh. I I I, I it will be it will be interesting. I when I rewatch this, it'll be interesting. I'll be watching my face before doing that because I think I started like just kind of. I was thinking about food and it'll be very interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see. So let's read about this chess engine. A lot of banter about the ACPL in the same breath as cheating. Oh, have I talked have I mentioned to you that story about with my nephew where he thought I was cheating? Because I had I had a game on chess.com where I played a 900 elo rated player and I won in 10 moves, and it was like, it was like 98% or 97% or whatever. And my nephew, who I think at the time was like 9 or 10 or something like that, he's like, do you use Stockfish? And it's like, what have they unleashed on the world here? What have they unleashed on the world by showing this nuanced value, this just absolute value, this just number. Here's a number. Like, here, make what you will of it. Here's a number, 97. Oh, okay. And it's like, painful. And yeah. Oh, he sounds like a complete lunatic to me. Yeah. So I follow all the chess podcasts. I follow all the chess. I love chess. I am not a chess hating shogi player. I love chess. And I love all the chess content out there. And I was really disappointed that that Caruana and Chirilla or C Squared in the first podcast where they brought Kramnik on and let him speak for like an hour or two, they gave it so much legitimacy and everything he was saying. I'm not a statistician. I'm in programming, but I've worked with data for many years, and just with basic knowledge of how statistics work, that these numbers he's coming up with are bogus. They're totally bogus. His logic is bogus. Like, it's not even. It's amazing to me that as many people in the chess community that have listened to him have done so, because like the things he's saying are on the face of it ridiculous, absurd. Yeah. Yeah. Well, need for transparency. I don't agree, but I understand. I can see that there's an argument to be made. Like, are people cheating? I'm not going to say no. I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm not going to go as far as Caruana and say that and admit that, like, or say that, like, he had said 50% or all these Title Tuesdays. I'm not going to agree with that. And I'm an idiot, so it doesn't matter what I agree with. But Kramnik's whole premise, he is over. Like, I don't understand. It goes into what I was saying earlier about my own evaluations in shogi, where it's like, I'll play a game that I think is great, and the engine evaluation will say, this is terrible. This is a terrible game. And then I'll play a game which was just kind of like a boring, quiet game, and where the opponent didn't really put up, try for much counterplay, and I just like slowly win. And the engine's like, oh, perfect game, or great game. And it's like, this is a two-player game. It's a two-player game, and flat out sent upon loss, doesn't really do anything. Hey, Gust One, I lost by Nifu. I lost by Nifu. I admit this is the kind of game that I should be concentrating on. I got bored. I got a little bored. So I started thinking about food, and anyway, it was like this game. So this game, ignoring the Nifu, I'm going to guess that I made huge Senapon loss errors, but I'm also going to guess that I was like solidly winning for almost all of the game. So, it's one of those where it's like, okay, if people play sharp games, if people play sharp games, then the evaluation is going to be, their evaluation is going to be worse. If people play mainline, Berlin defense or whatever in chess, it's going to show high. It's going to show high accuracy. It's not rocket science. Thank you. Yeah. So I have been playing, like, I don't know if you caught the Monday stream, Ghost One, or, well, that was it. So Sunday morning over the board, I played 3 of the best games that I have ever played over the board. Just feeling absolutely great. Just feeling absolutely great about my game. And then watched your game and watched, Gabrielle's games and, Koshiro and all that. And was like and the WSL games, Shogi Explained had a game. I was watching those, and just like, it was a great, like, probably the best shogi weekend that I've had. Just so good. And then Monday, so I had the idea a few weeks ago to play once a week on 81 Dojo off stream to sort of gauge my progress, because on stream, especially when I'm mixing in Shogi Wars, and especially sort of like games like this, maybe, where I'm talking, I'm trying, I feel that I've gotten better, but I don't have metrics behind it. I don't have numbers. So I thought, like, once a week I'm going to play a rated game on 81 Dojo just to see, off stream, just to see, am I improving at all? And so for the past couple of weeks I've won, and that put me into the promotion zone. And Monday night, I streamed that, and it was Shogi Wars, but I was playing, as far as I'm to my skill, relative. I'm not great for a good Shogi player, but for me, I was playing about as well, I think, as I could play Shogi Wars. So I have been on this high of Shogi, this high of Shogi confidence, and so Tuesday night was supposed to be Silicon Valley Shogi Club, where I play over the board, and wasn't feeling too well. I'm still kind of feeling a little under the weather, so I didn't go. I didn't play. And this morning afternoon here, I was really missing it, and I thought, oh well, I'm always on 81 Dojo. I saw there was a WSL game, Night Sparrow played, and I saw a player, as I'll do, it was a 1560 offer. I click through to the name. I see it's an opposing, it's an opposition seeker player, so it's not a static rook player, and the number of games they've played is not like out of whack. So I thought, you know what? Let me see. Let me play another one. And I played, and it was like I talked about before, just one of those sort of slow, solid games. The opponent just didn't put up much resistance. It was very strange. So the past two rated games on 81 Dojo have kind of been like that, where I get a slight advantage, or I get or it's even, I guess, but either way, the opponent doesn't like put me to the test with weird moves. So like this game, just using this game as an example, this ignoring the fact that I think there were a lot of blunders in there, but the opponent was trying to make things messy. The opponent was trying to make things messy to the point where I just was like, there's so many choices here. Let me just pick one, and I picked a Nifu. I just thought, like, oh, here I'm gonna get really really fancy here, and the thing is, looking at this board, this is what I was trying to do, was set up the fork. What I was trying to do was set up the fork, and that would have also Nifu'd. So like double weirdness. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, you felt great, and I still don't have my 3Q Menjo certificate. So now, like, I'm expecting hoping it's going to come this week. I don't know. I'll show it again since not everyone saw. But the thing that did come today was this T-shirt that, using this design that my daughter did. So the Shogi Dad T-shirt here. Is it moving over? It's moving. Yeah. So I really love how this turned out. Really loving how this turned out. And I'll be wearing this at the tournament next month. I have another one coming from a different seller that's in an olive green. But excited about that shirt. Wanted the Menjo certificate to come, but Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that I was going to just, like I said, I was going to, if I ever, I said, if I ever rank up to 2Q, I'll be mashing that button as fast as I can. Well, I didn't. I'm a liar, I guess, because I didn't mash the button yet. I was hoping I want that 3Q to come. I want that 3Q to come and open that so at my confidence peak, as I was saying, I was kind of at my confidence peak. You still into this afternoon before tonight's stream, grumble, grumble. But I was at this confidence peak, so I thought, all right, let me parlay this. Let me parlay these rating points into like the big prize. Let me try to get 1Q. So there were 2 games from 3 Dons that were offered at 0.30, and I thought, all right, let me do this. If I lose, I'm gonna lose like 2 or 3 points. If I win, this is gonna put me through the roof. And in both cases, both opponents ignored my challenge, and their ignoring of my challenge only made me respect them more, because it's like, yeah, like, get out of here, Q. Get out of here, you weak Q. Get out of here. Don't try to get a cheap Nifu win out of me, you thing. And that's really it. Like, I'm in there thinking like, all right, maybe if I could play solid against this 3Q, maybe they'll Nifu, maybe they'll disconnect, that kind of thing. And I'll be able to get this 1Q that I don't even deserve. So yeah. Anyway, long story short, it didn't happen. I came on stream, have been playing lousy. Well, no. Those first 2 games, no, they're lousy. I don't care what the engine says. Those were lousy games. So yeah. And then let's see. I missed some chat. I guess excellent move or some sort of affirmation is commonly requested feature in Lead Chess. Yeah, that's the thing. The engine's lack of negative feedback. Yeah. I don't, I understand, I understand the gamification of things and wanting to sort of make things out of a video game, and you want to see your brilliant move or whatever. I get it. I get it. But like, I don't think the benefits of that sort of gamification outweigh the negatives of, like, now anytime you play over 90% on chess.com, people are going to think that you're a cheater. Like, that ruins it for me. Like, you're going to like, on one hand, you could play a good game, solid game, you're happy with yourself, you're thinking, all right, I just played a good game. And then all of a sudden, someone else, like, then all of a sudden you're FaceTiming your nephew, and he's like, do you use Stockfish? Like, no. No, like, and here I am. I'm trying to teach a 9-year-old or whatever he was. The subtleties of, like, look at my opponent. Look at my opponent. This is a 900 elo player. They made an early big mistake in the opening, and they lost their piece. And then they quit after they resigned after 10 moves, and it's just like going in one ear and out the other. And anyway, I don't know. Yeah. Rough. But, yeah. So anyway, let's get another game in. This one, I should have just closed this one out. Not gotten fancy. Certainly not making, I mean, even not getting fancies. Not. All right. Let's get out of here. I'll bring this in to persist. Just as a reminder to myself of my foolishness. Um, you don't think so? I have definitely felt some games to be easier to close out than others. I definitely have. Um, I think though it's usually more a function of how the opponent chooses to play when they're down. Hey, Mako, good to see you. Good evening to you. Yeah, evening out here as well. What did you miss? You've missed some 15-30 games. First against a guest, second against Canadian WSL player Sasha Breton, who was very good. And I knee food. And then a third game where, in my mind, I had a rather substantial advantage, and maybe it wasn't as substantial as I thought. This I could. I mean, this is a big advantage, but I could certainly lose that. I mean, I did lose it with a Nifu, but like, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess they really screw up. But or if they over defend, that's the thing I'm noticing is that some players, myself included. So this is. I think maybe I'm reading it too much into other players, versus reality. But like, I know that when I get down, I have the tendency to try to over defend. But what that ends up doing is just making it easier for my opponent. And I think that's what the past two rated games on 81 Dojo I had were, where they made it very easy for me to win. Like, where they didn't ask me any tough questions. They didn't make any drops on the shoulder of my rook, or they just maybe instead of trying to get counterplay, they had a silver in hand, they threw it back in defense. That kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, so that whole scheme of asking your opponent difficult questions. That's the thing that the people over the board do to me all the time. So it's like I could be and have been, up a bishop. Like I'm up a clean bishop, and somehow they're still finding ways to ask questions, to make difficult decisions. It's like, do you want to trade this rook for two pieces? Do you want to trade this, this other thing, or are you just like the opponent in the last game was doing, I don't think with as much finesse as a Don level player would do, but it's like, all right, are you going to capture this? If you capture this, I'm going to get a fork, making me have to think, versus I guess it's back to that other thing. I think we actually were talking about this, where you have a limited amount of time on the clock. If my opponent is not going to ask me any questions, that means I have my full clock to plan my offense. If my opponent is just going to go and defend, that means I can spend 100% of my time attacking. But if the opponent starts dropping pawns, dropping knights, threatening forks, now all of a sudden I've got to think, I've got to balance my thinking between defense and offense. And, when I'm doing that, my defense, so, if I've got to split my defense into 50% and my offense into 50%, the end result is that my offense is going to be at like 35% and my defense is going to be at like 25%. It's like diminishing on that. So in the last game, this last game, the opponent hung a bishop. It was not clear that taking it was good. Yeah. That's actually a good point. So here's it. I'm going to guess that this. I hope. Yeah. So this shows up on screen. I'm going to guess this is me taking the knight instead of taking the bishop, because I thought I'm just going to play this safe. I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to be up plenty. I'm going to be up plenty, and they're going to give me more chances. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to predict that. And yes, and that is it. So I took the knight. I should have just, as I discussed on stream, the way to do it is to take it with the rook, and then then you get the exchange, if they so choose. And what I didn't want, what I was looking at was like, okay, well, they can drop the gold here or the rook here to threaten that bishop, and I come up. And I thought, I'm just going to ignore that complexity, and I'm just going to take the knight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I mean, and you've gotten farther up the ranks than I have, so I absolutely have to defer to your decision. I think a little bit of meta came into this one as well for me, where I'm thinking, okay, I've lost 2 games. I've lost 2 games on stream. This is an 11Q player, or what I think it was 11Q, and I thought, it's all right. I've lost 2 games. This is an 11Q player. They're going to give me more chances. This is a big enough advantage to convert. Let me just do this, and lo and behold, on 81 Dojo you can Nifu. So on Shogi Wars I would have been fine. And yeah, but this is good. This is good because I absolutely that's got to be that's going to be now one of my little my things that I'm asking myself before every move when I go over the board. What's the opponent's plan? So yeah, what is the opponent's plan? Can I take anything? And once I've decided on my candidate moves, do I lose anything at the end of it? So now I need to add to that. If this is a pawn move, is this a Nifu? So like I'm not joking. I think I'm going to actually I'm going to ask myself that question, because if I'm just glancing at the board, I'm assuming my brain. I'm assuming, even though I wanted to drop here, that's what's so interesting about this, is that I actually wanted to drop here. But I wonder if my brain was like, because I was kind of dozing, and I thought, my brain was like, oh, okay, I want to drop here. Oh, but no, there's a pawn there. Okay, there's no pawn in this file. My eyes glance and see a silver. Okay, let me just drop it here. And there it goes. There's the end. Funny how that works. All right, let's get back into here. I will evaluate that. That is good manners. And let's play another. Are there any guests? There are plenty of guests. Let's do this. Gote. I'm Gote again. So these guests have been good. I haven't come across a guest that has been bad yet. Okay. I think this is just this. This is just this. This is the line, right? This is the line. Okay. Here. Now he's gonna have the knight. And now I think this is it. I think this is it. I think this is it. Or is it? I think this is it. This is this. I played this line. I played this line against that SF Shogi player Noah 0408 or whatever it is on stream a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I played this line. If I'm not mistaken, it was exactly this line, and I blundered it. And I think this is the move. Boy, now I'm. Is it this? Hmm. So we're farther than I've ever gotten in this line. We're farther than I've ever gotten in this line. Is it here? Is it here? Is that it? Is that it? Okay. Boy, what is this? What is this? I don't know why I choose line. I mean, maybe I have to. Yeah, and so this is why this is why when I play those rated games, I look and spy. Is this a static quick player? I choose the sharpest lines where I have the difficult choices. So if I drop the silver here, takes. Well, I guess if he takes, then I take his dragon. Woof, woof, woof. Okay, so this guy has played this line before. Is this just resign? So take, 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 take. Huh. Can I move the king? Lance? I don't know. I Boy. So as I've said, these guests are good. So I have where are my possibilities? Where are my drops? Hmm. Look at this. What move is this? Move 26. Move 26, and there are 17 pieces aiming at my king. And this might be Joseki for all I know. I'm gonna guess not, but I think it was for a while there. I think it was until it won't let me move my pieces my moves around while playing. So where's the king move? Where's the king move? King 6-2. So I think moved up to move 20 at least. I think is Joseki. So if I do this, he takes a gold. He takes the gold. I take the bishop. Drops a gold. All right. All right. So the king has nothing exposed. The king has nothing exposed. Hmm. Drop this pawn, then what? Then what? Don't love it, but I don't hate it. Let's see what they can do. I can just get this king over here. Maybe it's not that bad? You know, I've got drop points. Certainly got my share of drop points. And I still do have potentially this threat ish. Not that it's like a massive threat, but what about this? What about this also? What about a silver or a bishop on 1/4? What's that eyeing? Nothing really. I mean, it's obviously threatening the dragon in the most ham-handed fashion. Hmm. Yeah, setting up sneaky bishop forks, an acquired skill. Yeah, it's one I certainly try to acquire. I certainly try to acquire. Okay, that's far be it for me to say anything is slow, but that feels a little slow right now. Um, I could just take this. What am I going to do with the lance? What am I going to do with the lance if I get one? Also, what am I going to do? If I take this knight, opening up this draw point, that's really checking isn't going to do me any good. A knight drop here is not worth much. Maybe if I get the lance, I could drop the knight. That seems so slow. It seems so slow. How can I? How can I? How can I set up some sort of? Yeah, I'm not gonna drop the. If I do this, and then he comes over. No, he can't come over. So drop that. Get that in hand. Do I want to give them a knight in hand? No, I don't think so. All right, let's just take this. Let's just take this. And can I run with the king? They don't have much. Oh, what's the idea? If I take with the silver, get a drop here of something? No. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it was. That's all right. Disappointed I didn't see that. Very disappointed I didn't see that. All right, maybe now it's resign. Maybe now it's resign. Yeah, there's nothing really against this. All right. Well, I'll do this. I'll do this just to see because I'm not reading them. I'm not reading the mate. Mm, screaming in agony. Yeah. 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 Maybe there was no great defense there, just in general. Like I was afraid of the knight drop would be followed quickly by the pawn drop on its head. Hmm. That am I just not reading well enough tonight? Is that there's what's the where's the I've got things covered. I do have things covered. Um. Yeah. What's the oh, okay. Well, no, not necessarily. Take, yeah, if it drops the gold or whatever, I take with the silver, drops with the gold. I still can run over here. I mean, I've got to take it. Oh, yeah. Obviously. Okay. Good game. Good game. Where's the resign button? There it is. Woo. All right. Let's bring that in. That this game will also be added to my opening lines here. Let's see where that broke down. Let's see where that broke down. Massacres. Um, let's see. So the line, the Knight of Gote. We're here. We're here. We're here. Take. There. Okay. Takes. Okay. So gold. Gold is the next one. Gold is the next. So although I mean, who knows with this engine? I'll be letting this run for 10 minutes on the native engine at some point. Yeah, I think I dropped the silver. Yes, I did. Okay, which is bad. Okay, so yeah. This is actually advantageous. I mean, advantageous. This is equal. This is all equal, as Noah had pointed out when we played this. I missed the king drop last time, so I made the king. I missed the king move last time, so this time I made the king move. So the next game, whichever one turns out to be the better move, the next game I'll make that move, and then I'll get blown up after. Pawn 5/6 frequently a huge time loss. Well, I mean, central rook. You mean central rook? I mean, yeah, I mean, central. I mean, that's I've been doing the to a fault doing central rook. Um, but yeah, like this is the this is the Josie. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Okay. Yeah. There's no pawn drop there. There's no pawn drop there. All right. All right. Let's get back into it. So next game. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'll review. Tomorrow I'll review. I'll see where I broke down, and then I'll add it again. Wait. What do you mean pawn 5-6 looks insane? The pawn. Oh, pawn drop 5-6. Like, wait. For the oh no, this is the, I mean, this is one of those lines that I developed sort of independently with the engine that turn out to be Josuke. Like Hidechi has this in the video, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Like this is the standard line, that I should be blitzing out. Yeah. And that's, I guess that's the thing, is that this is that SF Shogi 5 Dan player that I played last time. I think I what did I do? So instead of this, I think I did this in that game. I learned my lesson and moved the king, and he was like, here it's even, and the engine bears it out. But like I was saying, it's one of those where it's even, but I feel like I have all the hard moves to make. Like they have the easy moves to make, and I feel like I have all the hard moves. Yeah, it's so crazy sharp, and I'm not good in, so it's weird because the people I end up playing this against are like people who are really good. So it's like I'm basically guaranteeing a loss. Praisio Dimium Spike, hey, how are you? I am not in WSL. I'm not. I'm a huge fan of the tournament. I love watching it. I love all the watching all the games. I watched today's games with Night Sparrow and whatnot. But for me, the scheduling aspect of it is just sort of a killer for it, where I do not enjoy that scheduling process. Years and years ago when I was playing Go, I was in a similar tournament where a lot of the players were in Europe, and scheduling games would always be such a chore for me. Like I'm one of those types of people that doesn't really like paperwork all that much, or having to do stuff like scheduling. So it got to the point in those Go games where I was dreading playing. And as I've said on stream before, I didn't want to do anything that would make me dread playing Shogi. And scheduling would do that. Like I'd probably stop if I had to schedule my matches. I'd probably stop playing. It's that big of a deal to me. So if WSL was like a prescribed weekend every month or whatever, just like a prescribed weekend where you play your game at X, X hours or whatever it is, I would do it. But like having to schedule a game with an opponent, that's never going to happen for me. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely this is crazy sharp stuff, and I'm probably not good enough to do it. I keep hoping that in doing it more and more often, these sharp lines that I improve, but we'll see. All right, so let's get another guest. In. Let's get this second one. I'm really bummed with that game against Android 123. That one was I should have okay. Should have played a little better there. Oof. Any other practice? All right, well, maybe I'll set up a 1530. Maybe I'll set up the 1530. All right. Oh, maybe they're looking for better players. They must have declined that other invite. All right. All right. Oh, I will greet onegaishimasu. I'm Gote again. One of those. One of the. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna bring my silver up. And if he doesn't take, I'll start castling. Maybe I'll do an Anaguma in this game. Maybe I will. I don't typically do Anaguma against Central Rook. Oh, okay. What's they're closing off the die. That's interesting. Do not see that often from the mirror static rook or central rook. All right, here we go. You can make your attack. Okay, now. So how do I want to do this now? Let's get this here. Let's get this up here. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Wait, no, that will that trap it? Get this. Take. No, it won't trap it. It won't trap it. I'm good. I'm invincible. I'm in Anaguma. Okay, well I'll do that. Because I am going to want to make that edge attack. Okay. Leave a sneaky bishop. So the knight is there. The knight is there. The knight is hanging effectively. I mean, not it's protected by the bishop. Um, I don't want to move this gold up here, I don't think. So what's the meaning of this push? Is it just to open this up? now I can start moving this pawn. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's get this pawn up here. Let's get this pawn up. Terrifying when an opponent moves that quickly. It's a lot of pressure building up on this. So what are ideas? What are ideas? I've got the only file I have open for pawns is the 5th file. I've got this as an idea to that just gets that maybe accelerates their attack. So if I do this, they go forward. If I do this, they go forward, drop a pawn. It's trapped. If I do this, they go back. All right. I guess if he comes in here, okay. It's interesting. I think we need to start moving the silver in. Do we need to move the silver or do we need to move the gold in? So I do this. If I move the silver to 5-4, the pawn drop on 5-5. Then I back up and then come up this direction. Meanwhile, there's still this coming. Take, take. Could also start moving the gold up. All right, let's move the gold up. Slowly push the gold and silver up the board. Oh boy. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Oh. How do I get some pieces over there? How do I let's do I move this up? I start the gold. All right, let's get this up. I think we have to take. And I think we take with the lance. I think. I think. So take. So let's see. Let's see if they take the pawn. Do I drop a pawn? Do I take do I take the bishop? No, no, no. I have to drop the pawn. Or do I drop a knight? No. All right. This can't be holding, can it? So if I take this if I take this what do I take it with? Do I take it with the rook or do I take it with the bishop? Take it with the bishop. Drops a pawn. I go back. He drops a lance. I move over. I think I just defend. I think I just drop. He takes, then I take. If he's going after this, then I'm already in. Hmm. What's the meaning behind that? He doesn't have a gold to drop. But if he drops the silver behind, do I take with the gold? Take with the gold. Actually, before I take, I can threaten. I can threaten the dragon. Gain a tempo on the dragon. What is this about? What is this? What is this? What is the meaning of this? Not seeing it. There's no lance drop. And there's no doesn't have a bishop or anything. That's not setting up a knight drop. That's not anything either. What? Huh. Got a lot of pieces. That's a good one, though. That is a good move. Boy, that's sneaky. What if I just take it and he takes, I take, I run, lance? If I hmm 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 I'm not seeing a way out. I'm not seeing a way out. Doesn't mean it's not there, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
10秒。
Oof. Becomes gold up on top. I take gold. He does that. Drop.
20秒。1、
Hmm.
2、3、4、 6、7、
All right. Okay.
10秒。
If I drop the gold here, or silver here,
20
gold drop.
秒。1、2、3、4、5、
I
6、7、8、9。
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think I just don't. I don't see anything. Hmm. Can I run now? Can I run now? Now am I? Is there any chance I can run here? Maybe not.
10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、
Gosh,
7、8。
I can't even. I can't even set up a pin on the you can't even try to get a cheapo with the diagonal on the bishop. Is there anything? Is there anything? Any way I can get a something in here? Anything at all?
20秒。1、2、3、
No, I don't see it.
5、6、7。
But I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take. If I do this, he drops a gold. I take.
20秒。1、2、3、4、5。
Well, I'll make him make it. I'll make him make the checkmate. Good game. Good game. Fun, very fun. Man, I tell you, these guest games are great. These guest games are great. Let's copy that in. Let's copy that in. And bring it in here. What was this one? Oh, this is the last one. Add a new chapter. 247. And you're well. I'll run this. The engine's not going to find it before that. Go to again. So before an engine gives me the answer, when was my last chance? Let's see. Let's see. So I am wondering if either I'm wondering about this. I'm thinking that I had some sort of chance here. I don't even know if this maybe I should have just done that. No, I'm still not quite sure of the meaning of all this. If the opponent actually was reading, were they reading that far that they'd eventually have like a silver drop down here? Or like, were they setting that up that whole time? So here. Um, Oh, wow. Lee Shogi just made a complete liar out of me. I said it's not going to evaluate by fast enough to give answers. Well, I'm not looking. I'm not looking at the right. It's going to pop up exclamations where I make a mistake. But let's go back. So this was coming. This big attack was coming. Here's a semi neutral point in the game, which I'm in my mind, this was a game here. This was I was happy to play this game. You you think I had many more defensive chances than I think at the end, in that at the mate. I just wasn't seeing anything. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Here, like the where am I? So where like here I definitely felt like I could defend this. It felt a little scary, but I thought I could defend it. I do this, and then it gave them a chance to do that, which definitely feels scary to me still, but not. I didn't feel like this would not leave me with some counterplay. Was there anything else to like I had nothing else to drop. These past two moves of mine feel slow. I think I just didn't know what to do. My plan was to start crawling, just slowly pushing up the board, crawling these pieces. This seemed like a weakness to me. But I couldn't, I couldn't just like I wanted to clear this file, but I couldn't go here. I couldn't go here. So I sort of crept up. I sort of just crept up. Yeah. Once moved over here, that's when I crept here instead of just doing this, which was my original plan. Thinking that I'd at least be able to maybe make an attack on this bishop before their attack. Yeah. Yeah. Fun spot. Fun spot. I That was impressive. Yeah. Those edge attacks are fun to make. They're not fun to be going against, but they're fun to make. Um, yeah. What else could I have done here? Like I didn't see any way to augment defense other than this, which I didn't even know was legit. Because like it seemed like there was not going to be the attack coming from here, so maybe I should just go up here. But then again, I also didn't think the attack would be coming through here, so I was yeah, I didn't think it would be worth wasting the move to go to 7-2. Tough choice. I almost I I wouldn't do it in this situation, but I almost wonder if this is the move. Take the silver, drop it back here, and just kind of be content that the attack is not going to go so far. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What Where am I here? Where am I? So I made the silver. Yeah. Okay. So I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah. So the engine thinks I'm all right. Not that I can play, the perfection required for these analyses to work out. That okay. 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 So it was good. It was fine. This was bad. What was the move here? Bishop takes 5 No way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, you've got to have some guts to make that move. You've got to have some real guts to make that move. Well, what's going to happen? This is the like you're not going to drop a gold because you don't want to trade the rooks, the rook for the dragon. You can't really drop anything here. I guess the dragon can take this, but then I solidify it with like silver or silver. No, silver because I don't want it. I don't want the rook the dragon to take this. Well, I guess there's an engine line. Okay, okay. Bishop takes 5. Oh yeah. Okay, exactly. Oh, oh. Okay, okay. I see you. I see you. So that one I should be able to see. That one I should be able to see. But there's no follow up to it. That seems like a cheese move. Why would an engine make a cheese move? What? Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, if you say so. If you say so. So we exchanged big mistakes here. We exchanged big mistakes. Yeah, this did feel sort of not so great. But then I chickened out. Then I chickened out instead of taking that silver. What should I have done? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, that's not it. I saw the pawn and I thought it meant drop it here. He did this. I dropped the pawn 8-3. Okay, silver. Yeah. I said I found this move too late. I found that resource too late. That might have been the defensive move you were talking about. This might have been the defensive move that you were talking about. Yeah. I saw this too late. I eventually did see it. I just saw it too late. I guess the opponent here has only one piece attacking, even if that. Yeah. Even if that piece is dragon. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's scary for me still to be on the defending side of this, but it is just one piece. And at this point, I did have, I had 2 defenders, and now this would have been a third. And this is still hanging. Silver 7-4, rook take. Oh, wow. So the engine's like, okay, this is a lost position. I'm just going to give up my dragon. Okay. Not a lost position, but they're gonna do crazy stuff. Gold takes it, yeah. So I'm still up here. I'm still okay here. Rook 2-2. Oh, that's sharp. Yeah. Not sharp like tactics sharp. That's sharp like smart. Yeah, because this is defending, and I still maintain this defense. Yeah, yeah. So this is another defensive move that I missed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think my problem here is that I switched into offense mode. I switched myself into offense. So I was thinking about this, and no, no. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, hmm. I just wanted to open that file. I wanted to open that file. I guess that saves the silver. It saves the silver and it prevents this. Yeah. Yeah. What's the opponent going to do here? Drop a gold? Like, I don't think a gold drop is going to do anything or much. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. These are tough. See, yeah, these are difficult. These are definitely difficult. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, for a losing game, I will. I felt like this game was for me. This felt like a better game than the other ones where I had much lower Centipon loss. This opponent played what I consider to be very tricky, like strong moves. Well, that was fun. That was fun. Um, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. I think that's going to be it. I think, boy, that 3 hour session. Was not expecting, to, especially since I wasn't feeling well to begin with. I think I'm going to close it up here. That was fun. That was fun. Didn't get the kind of results I was looking for. Yeah, the result is to train. The result is to train. The second Nifu hurts though. I'm not going to lie. That second Nifu was ridiculous. Um, yeah, yeah, that one I might lose a little bit of sleep over, but for the most part, those were good games. Almost all from guests. No, 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 just two or three of them from guests. And yeah, I guess this plan seems to be working. This plan seems to be working where I'm going through this time control, trying to improve. It sure showed over the board, and it has shown basically it has shown off stream, whether off stream over the board or off stream on 81 Dojo. It has definitely shown some gains there. It's I feel like an idiot when I'm on, but anyway, this was fun. I'm going to close it up here. Thank everybody for joining. Thanks for the help. I really appreciate it. Hopefully the Menjo certificate arrives tomorrow, and I can show that on stream. But I'll hold off. I will hold off on getting the 2Q Menjo certificate until I get the 3Q, just so that I know that this process actually works, and then think about whether or not I want it, or if I even am still 2Q, because I know that SF Shogi online is going to be coming in a week or two, and I'll almost certainly lose back points there. So yeah, we'll see. But again, everyone, thank you. I've had fun. I hope it's been at least mildly amusing, and I will see you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks again. Take care. Bye.